Welcome everybody. It is Saturday night and I know I have been a little bit quiet this past week. And I will explain all of that here in a minute, but tonight I am back for Saturday We Slay, our Mother's Day edition. And so you know what that means? That means that we are going to break out the trusty Game of Thrones palette and create a look inspired by the colors that they gave us for the Mother of Dragons. So like I said, I want to apologize first for being a little bit MIA for about the past 10 days or so. In the studio where I do my filming, unfortunately there was a shelf that fell off the wall, caused a lot of chaos, broke some things. So I kind of had to not only get that cleaned up, which I'm still kind of cleaning some of the baby shards of glass out of the carpet. I ran the vacuum over it, but I still found like a couple shards when I came up here today. Had to kind of prop up some things and get my backdrops up a little bit different than normal. So yeah, it's been a little frustrating, was a little bit disheartening. So yeah, it took me a little while to be able to like walk in here and just kind of deal with that. But we are back, and like I said, when it's Mother's Day, you can't expect us to do anything other than honor the Mother of Dragons, Daenerys Targaryen from the Game of Thrones with the Urban Decay Game of Thrones palette. Now, of course, this is not only an Urban Decay product and a Game of Thrones product, of course, this is also an HBO product. It is sponsored by HBO since the show is produced by HBO. And just remember out there, all you moms out there, it's not porn, it's HBO. If you don't know where that reference came from, after you put the kids to bed, go ahead and, look up that video on YouTube. You'll get a great laugh. So for now, we're going to give everybody a few minutes to go ahead and join us here. We're going to get this shared out as usual. That way, anybody who has missed my smiling face can make sure that they join us for this wondrous event this evening. In addition, if you have any friends or family or anybody on your page that likes makeup, that you like to talk about makeup with, or is just in general a Game of Thrones fan and you think they might enjoy this, hey, go ahead and share this out there so that way they can join us too. So bear with me just one moment here. So what has everybody else been up to this week? So like I said, you guys know that I was cleaning up a really major mess here. Having to get a little bit creative with getting everything back up and running so that way you guys weren't without me for too long. So yeah, tell me what everyone else has been up to this week. Give me just one more moment here. One more moment here. There we go. Like I said, I always like to make sure that we get this shared out there to anybody who might want to join us on this, because it is a really kind of fun thing to do and get out there. And like I said, there's been a lot out there with this palette because of the fact that it is brought out during the last season of Game of Thrones. But I also think that, there's still a lot with this palette that hasn't been done. And correct me if I'm wrong, and it could just be things that I haven't seen. I have not noticed any type of, any type of really looks created that are coming from each of the houses. Like, I've seen people mix and match it, which is super cool, gives you because this palette really does give you a wide variety of color, but I haven't seen anybody trying to really keep it house specific. So I went ahead and just already took it out of the box because the front of the box looks just like the front of the palette. Right here, the Iron Throne. Now for some people this is kind of and even I can agree, the collector in me thinks this is amazing. So I open up this fabulous little door right here, and I have my own iron throne. This iron throne, however, is not sturdy enough to work as a phone holder or anything else in my world. Here I will show you that as proof. That, yeah, my phone will crush this. Oh, well, maybe barely. But yeah, so, I mean, this is more for the collectability of it. If I was using this, however, to put on the makeup, which I may end up doing here a little later, it does have a wonderful mirror for me to use. And then the palette itself just pulls out like so from the side and completely detaches. So that is kind of a really kind of cool feature. So we're going to be down here at the bottom of this palette tonight for our look that is going to be inspired by no one other than Daenerys Targaryen, the Mother of Dragons. It technically gives us 5 eyeshadows, but I don't see why you couldn't use this as a blush or a highlight. I've already put on my foundation, I've already done my brows, already done that fun stuff. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So, let me see here. I think what I'm actually going to do... all of the options here. I did already put on my eyeshadow primer. Like I said, everything that I would need to get started putting on a face has already been done. So, you know what? I actually may use the Bay of Dragons as, like, my highlight color in here in... Let me just take a look here. Let me swatch it real quick. Oh, that is super pale. That is super pale. Like, that is... Yeah, we can work with that. Okay, it is pale enough for that to work. So we're just going to go and get right in there with that. And like I said, this is just going to kind of go right across the brow bone as kind of a highlight for the eyeshadow colors to go in. And I am going to have to grab that mirror and use it. Because I don't think I have... Oh, I do have another one over here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get to it. Like I said, guys, it has been kind of crazy and kind of hectic in my workspace. With everything literally falling apart. Like, things literally went crashing to the ground. Literally. Oh, there we go. Now I can get it better. So, yeah, this is just a really, really light highlight. Like, this is not... I mean, it's a transition color, but it is also primarily... Well, almost like a brow highlight, but I think it's going to work out really well with what we're going to do with this look. So we've got that there as that brow highlight. I'm going to go ahead and go in with House Targaryen, which is this tan gold shade right here. And so let me just go ahead and... I'm actually going to try out another product while we're here. You guys saw these when I did my unboxing of the No Make No Life box. It is something called a Speed Off Cleaner. They are brush cleaning wipes. Hey, no time better than the present to see how well these work. There we go. Because, yeah, some of my brushes that I would have normally used for this were still drying. So, that's fine, though. We'll just go in here. Make sure there's nothing in the brush. Oh, hey, it actually works pretty well. This one didn't have a ton in it, but it is still, as you can see there, it is pulling the bluish green color out of the brush. There we go. That way, and it keeps it nice and dry. So that way, when I go in to bring in the House Targaryen color, it doesn't bleed, so to speak. So we're just going to get a little bit more than that. Yeah, that's a little bit more of a solid, slightly more solid color. You can see a little less iridescent. It does give you a little bit more color going in there. very kind of golden, which is nice. I can work with this. And I'm going to go in for almost like an ombre look with the shadow itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out in this outer corner here with Stormborn. It's this nice kind of dark purple shade here. Let me see here. I have a couple more brushes in here that that are clean, that I can rely on. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, I don't. Ah, no. That's all right. I got this. Because what do we have? We have the Speedway makeup wipe. Which this is really cool. Like I said, it's a makeup wipe for your brushes to just clear off any debris and do that quick color change. So definitely, you know, hey, I'm kind of excited about these. It seems to be working really well so far. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, we're going to go ahead and pull in some Stormborn here and start on the outer edge and work our way in. I feel like I might have wanted to use some glitter primer before this, but I didn't. But I did use regular eyeshadow primer, so that should help this some. Oh, come on, purple, don't let me down. Oh, there we go. It's not too bad. Purples in the cosmetics world are really, really difficult, from what I understand. And that's why it is very few companies have like a true purple shade. They'll do a lilac, they'll do a lot of other colors, but purple, from what I understand, is really difficult to get that genuine color out of. So I'm just kind of packing this in here to kind of build that color so I can get that deeper purple in the corner here. So that way, as I start to blend in the lighter shade from the inner corner, you can definitely see like the distinction between the darker shade and the lighter shade. So let me get this in here. All right, so as you can see, like I said, I am building that color up just because it does go on kind of, which I mean is probably good because I'm sure not everybody is comfortable wearing purple eyeshadow. I don't see why not. Purple's fabulous, but you know, that's just me. That's my opinion. I am one person. I am not everybody. So that may be why purples aren't done as much, because I have a feeling purple may be kind of like blue, that if they do it right and you're not careful, it's just going to be craziness. All right, so that is there. I'm going to grab this tiny angled brush here, and I'm going to go in and grab Bend the Knee right here, which is this lighter shade, and just start building from the inner corner out. Because like I said, these are more of a shimmer color, so it does require a little bit of layering. In theory. Watch this shade totally prove me wrong. See, right? Like, purple's a thing. I love purple. Like, it's... In my opinion, there's never not a good time to wear purple. Like, I mean, that just doesn't make any sense to me. But I know that there are some people that, you know, purple eyeshadow kind of scares them a little, and that's fine. That's fine. I get it. There are a lot of people that blue eyeshadow scares. Which I know I still haven't revealed my Blue Blood palette, but, you know, that was actually my plan last week until literally, like, things came crashing to the ground. And I had to, like, pick up glass off the floor and figure out exactly how I was going to get all this stuff set back up. But we're back running now, so, you know, you guys will see Blue Blood coming for me pretty soon. I may actually do it after we get through the Game of Thrones palette. Not tonight, but, like, later on in the week. Because that way, then I can really kind of go in and I can, you know, kind of transition from the White Walker to Blue Blood with, like, the whole Hades collection. Because I think you guys have all heard my gripe with that. So, we don't need to rehash that. Well, see, and I get that blue can totally remind you, because, I mean, yeah, I mean, blue eyeshadow was the thing. Like, you know, we all lived for a good blue eyeshadow in the 80s. But I feel like if you really, really, there's so many different shades that it can really, if you work with it, it can definitely, be less 80s-esque. And I'm just gonna, let me check this. That's a little bit more solid gold color. I think I'm just gonna bring that in right in here underneath my eyelid, just to kind of bring it kind of full circle. Oh, yeah, Dothraki. So Dothraki is a really, really nice, really deep gold shade. And it's actually pulling up pretty well. I'll get kind of in here in the light. You can see here it is coming up pretty well. So I'm not mad, you know. Just to give us that little bit of that shimmer under the eye. See, I almost feel like I almost could have gone like into the crease with Stormborn and then gone with Bend the Knee on the lid, but no, this works. So there we've gone ahead and explored all of those colors. I'm the only eyeliner I was able to get my hands on at the time when I ordered it, because I unfortunately was not able to get the giant, it's not because you're basic. You know, I know a lot of people that just are not really comfortable with bold color. I have no color palette here. Like, the dark hair is dark enough to almost be black. My skin, pieces of paper have darker pigment than I do. So, you know, I can get away with color because there's no color going on here. So the only eyeliner I was able to get was Winterfell Snow. And as you can see, it's a really nice white eyeliner, but for this, I don't think it's really going to work, but I did still want to show you guys that. It's the standard Urban Decay 24/7 Glide-On pencil, which I think anybody who's ever used Urban Decay's eyeliner, this is a really solid formula. I have a few others of theirs, and I do really love their formula, and they're really great for waterlines and things of that nature. So, I need to put on some mascara. Oh, I need some eyeliner, too. Don't forget the eyeliner. We're going to go back to my IT Superhero eyeliner. I know I've been hopping back and forth between this one and Unframe. This just happened to be the quickest one for me to grab when I got up here. So we're going to try and finish using it up. So, I don't know why I always do this to myself. There we go. Although this one's getting easier to open. You know, at this point, we're just going to go with a really huge wing. Like, why not, right? That's pretty good. Okay. So what I've done is I've gone and I've created like a really like solid line out here so that I can see what I'm doing. Then it's kind of like color by number at that point after that. I basically am just coming in after that and just kind of filling in anything that isn't black. Oh yeah, that's a really good wing. It's a very bold wing, but yeah, it's a very large wing. But, I mean, you're the mother of dragons. You fly on dragons. You might as well go big or go home, right? And sorry, guys, like, just because I am going with a really big wing, wings will smell your fear. So, you know, I'm trying to not talk too much so I can get these wings, like, kind of on point. Yeah, so, but, I mean, but see, that's just it. You have, you know, you still have more pigment than me. You can actually get a tan, Katie. You know, I burn through SPF 100 if I'm not careful. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, my wings smelled my fear. That was totally what happened over here. My wings smelled my fear. We're just gonna have to run with it at this point. Too late now. Too late now. Maybe not. I might be able to fix it. Yeah, I'll fix it in post. There we go. So yeah, that one, like, yeah, it just completely, it hated me. Well, so, okay, I'm just going to do this because, hey, obviously, if I can use this to clean my brushes, which are going to go to my eyes, I should be able to use this to remove some makeup if I make it boo-boo. Haha, yes I can. Oh yeah, look at that, fixed. Alright, we'll just go in and fix that really quick. Haha, there we go. There we go. Haha, there we go. Fixed it. All better. But yeah, I mean, I think it does too. It really does. It takes, when it comes to using bold colors, like the first time. Well, yeah, and like I said, well, this, and I was just a little concerned because this is like a brush cleaner, quote unquote, but I'm like, it's a brush cleaner that knows I'm going to be putting it right back next to my eye, so I mean, it should be fine. If not, I'll let you guys know about the regret for that later. I think there are a lot of companies out there that, what was I saying? Oh, am I pasting this? I just completely got off track. But yeah, so when it comes to using really bold colors, I think sometimes it's just a matter of making the move to use those bold colors. And just saying, you know what, if I make myself look like a clown, guess what? I have makeup wipes and I can take it off and start over. Because that's really sometimes the approach I've had to take to it, is like, well, hey, you know, that didn't work out according to plan. Where's that makeup wipe? You know, I have gotten like 3/4 of the way through a look and said, no, this isn't working for me, and just wiped the whole thing off and been like, done. So, and then like I said, I'm just going back in with my Misha 3D mascara because this is probably like the last use I'm going to get out of this one. It's been a great great mascara. Like, it really has. Like, I may need to consider ordering some more of this when they quit sending me other great Korean mascaras. Because in my No Make No Life box, I just got, just the other day, this one here, the Oh My Lash from Etude House. So this is probably going to be the next one you guys are going to start seeing more of in some of my videos. Like, I haven't even cracked the seal on it yet, because I needed to get at least 1 or 2 more uses out of this, and this one, like, even trying to put it on, I could tell it was drying out. It's done. So that one's going to have to go bye-bye. Bye-bye. Into the trash you go. Alright. Now, for the next step, I've got to see just how bright this is before I decide what we're doing. This is the Game of Thrones Dracarys Lip and Cheek Stain. And so, to see what we are going to do with this, yes, it comes. It has a little dropper. Let's see how dark this really is. This could be amazing, or it could be, oh no. We're going to put a little drop right there. And I'm just going to... Okay, so that actually isn't a bad blush color. Like, okay, I can definitely use that on my cheeks. Okay. And I think I might just have to, like, layer it a little bit for my lips. But we'll start with that. And so we know we can use that as a cheek color. But now we're going to get to some of the highlighting of it all before we add that in. And for that, we're going to go to the Mother of Dragons highlight palette that is part of the collection. So let me go and get it out of the box here. And so here we have 3 different shades. We have a blush or highlight, a highlight, and then, like, for me, that's actually going to be probably more like a contour. And we have Dragon, Viserion, and Regal, which were the names of the 3 dragons. And then it has that really cool little, like, dragon detail. So, let's go ahead and start with Viserion. Because like I said, we're just going to kind of highlight that in here. And like I said, this one, I really like the mirrors in these. Like the mirrors in these are really good quality. I like that. Oh, nice. Yes, this is a very, like as you can see there, I hope you guys can see it. It looks like it's picking up on my side. You can see that gold shimmer there. And that's what you want your highlight to do, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit down my nose. Alright. I'll go grab some of this here with, so here, like I said, we're gonna go and contour just a little bit with Regal, because it's a slightly darker shade. Okay, yeah, it's solid. Okay. And anytime I have to do powder, I do fish face. So that tells me where my contour should be, where my face should look skinny. Just a little bit in there. Because I have a really round face, I have to do this kind of like 3-shape thing where I go in here and then I go back out right along my jawline, just kind of thin things out a little bit because I have a very chunky monkey face. But that's okay. There we go. Alright, and I'm just going to take this and kind of fan some of that out and just kind of look, because you can see here some of it's a little sharp over here. So just kind of blend it just a little bit. And then I'm just going to go in here with my little wandy here. Actually, I feel like I need a little bit more than that. So I'm going to grab this brush here and just grab a little bit more. There we go. There we go. That's better. All right. And then, so we've got that part done. Now let's go ahead and add just a little bit of this cheek stain. Like I said, now that it's had a chance to really kind of set in and dry, you guys can see it's a pretty subtle shade, surprisingly enough. So I'm literally just going to grab a little dollop on my hand. And there we go. Just a little bit right there on the dapples of the cheeks. Okay, all right, there we go. Gets us just a little bit of that pinky color there. And so let's see, does it? Yeah, okay, so yeah, it is a buildable color for the lip, but I still think because of course, you know, you guys want to see a little bit more of this collection itself. I think I am going to go to the lipsticks that I bought with it after I line my lips. And so at the time that this was done, I had only been able to get my hands on 2 of the lipstick shades. I was able to get White Walker, which is a very bold, but I'm not sure if it is really necessarily the color I want to use for this look overall. Has this nice little, the Game of Thrones logo there on the tube. There we go. As you can see, it's a little darker color. I just don't think for this look that's really the color we want to go with. The other color I was able to get my hands on is the Sansa Stark. And it's more of a nude shade. So I think that's what we're going to go with for this color combination. So as you can see here, it's just definitely more of a nude tone. So let's go ahead and see how this works out here. it has a really nice creamy formula. It is definitely a very light shade, but it blends well. So it's not so light that it doesn't blend. It's not so thick that it takes over. I just really felt that was maybe a better lip color to go with, since I wasn't going to go with the Dracarys, since I used that on my cheeks. Whew, that was almost a mess all over my floor. So yeah, that is what we've got. So we went ahead and, like I said, we used for the highlight and the contour, we used the Mother of Dragons palette in honor of all of you Mother of Dragons out there this weekend. Oh yeah, I would wear White Walker on any day of the week, but I just kind of felt with this look, the shading of the purple with that lip just wouldn't quite look right. So that's why I decided, you know what, for this one, we're just going to go ahead and opt for the Sansa Stark color, because that way it's not too conflicting. Now, mind you, taking a look at any of these other palettes, like, oh yeah, I could easily wear it with the Lannister palette. I could easily wear it with the Winterfell palette. I could even wear it with, like you said, the White Walker palette, which it was designed for. But I'd rather use my Blue Blood lipstick for that. Just that shade of purple with that shade of red just didn't feel it would quite work out as well as, I would like it to. It's that whole, cohesion and color palette thing. So that is the Game of Thrones collection for the most part. Like I said, I know I didn't use the eyeliner just because, with it being just the white and this particular look, I didn't feel I really needed it, but I may go ahead and pull it out when I get ready to go do the White Walker look or some of the other looks that are in there, as just that waterline. Oh yeah, I would wear every single color in there, obviously, but that's just because I wear all the colors. So yeah, guys, this is what I had for you tonight. Once again, I want to apologize for being a little bit absent this past week or so. I had to try and get this whole mess cleaned up and figured out how I was going to get things propped up the way they needed to be able to give you guys, the quality videos that you guys deserve. So guys, for now, this is going to be me signing out. Like I said, keep an eye out for the rest of the collection to be posting soon, over the next week or so. But yeah, and then also kind of keep an eye out because there's going to be some other fun, exciting stuff that I'm going to be doing around the San Antonio area. This coming weekend, I'm going to be out with Heroes and Villains of Cosplay out at Wonderland of the Americas for their Halfway to Halloween event. It's a free convention that anybody can come to and attend. It is basically just celebrates their halfway to their MonsterCon event, and halfway to the Halloween season. So guys, for now, this is going to be Shield Maiden signing out. As always, everybody, fly those geek flags high. Till next time.